the kids at home. And I recently just talked to a young man the other day that was just getting married. He was about to go to school. And I had told him, me personally, I wouldn't get into trucking right now.
No.
So
yeah, I wouldn't recommend it either.
From you, I'm going to call you moms, all right? From you, tell the people, like, how good should your support system be, like your wife, being back home? How good of a relationship and understanding that you have to have back home when you're on the road, so you can survive, because this trucking is a lifestyle. It's not really, I'm going to get in the truck and go make big money, I'm going to travel the road. It's really a lifestyle. It changes your whole lifestyle. Tell the people, what do you think?
Well, if you're a guy out there and you got a jealous wife at home, this is not the business for you. Because being gone all the time, it's going to cause nothing but trouble in your marriage. You need, if your wife is supportive and you got a good relationship, and she realizes that you're going to have to be gone for a while, you're not going to be able to go home that often unless you work for a company that gives you paid vacations. If you get into a lease purchase program right away, the only way you're going to make money is if you stay out.
Right.
You also want to make sure that you have another income, because if you try to support a family
off your first year
trucking income, it ain't going to happen.
That is not going to happen. No, not at all. And another thing you got to think of when you're first year out and stuff like that, trucking is the #1 cause of divorce in your first year out there. And once you do it, me and Janet, we're a little different. We stuck it out. We weathered it out. We've been out there for 10 years now, at least. I've drove by myself. She has driven by herself. I supported her. She was on the road. She supported me while I was on the road, and everything worked out. That's just, our relationship. If you got a good, strong relationship, yeah, hey, go for it.
Like, say, for instance, your husband's out on the road. You're at home. You got the understanding that, okay, my husband's, out on the road making the money for us, so I got to hold down the fort here at the house. How important do you think that it is to keep the BS away from your husband while he's on the road? So, because you know how dangerous it is out there on the road, and a lot of times, the wife might want to call or argue or...
That is up to the individual.
Okay.
I can answer that better than what you can.
Some men are going to get upset if they don't know what's going on. Some men can handle it and want to know what's going on. So it really depends on the individual. If your man is the type of person that can wait till it gets home for you to tell him, wait till he gets home. You don't want to affect his driving.
Right.
But
you wait till he stopped.
Yeah, or at least wait till he stopped.
You do not call a man when he's driving down the road and tell him some terrible news.
Preach it, Jimmy.
That's not going to, it used to happen to me, and I would get so flustered and want to tear something up, and while I'm driving down the road, that's not a good time to learn anything.
Because a lot of times when we're on the road and you do that, because we behind the wheel so much, what do we do more than the average person? Think. We're just sitting there thinking about our last conversation or whatever just happened.
So if you're going to break any bad news to anybody, ask them, are they driving? Don't have that lead up as to don't lead that to say, well, something bad's going to happen. Say, hey, baby, what you doing? You still moving? You driving, maybe? Or don't say, hey, are you sitting down? Don't do that.
But Jimmy, experienced driver, I'm pretty sure you done backed up thousands of trailers. I mean, what are some tips you think for a new guy that's real nervous, is about to hit school, he's about to get his truck for the first time, and he's about to back up a trailer for the first time, that he's sitting there watching this video thinking, how am I going to do this? What's some tips you might want to give him?
Pretty easy deal there. That what you want to do is when you back that trailer up, and if you're unsure of anything, stop that truck. Of course, you got your flashers on. Walk around it. Do a whole walk around. Back it up a little bit more if you think you're clear. You know you're clear, and stop. It's get out and look, especially if you're new out there. The last thing you want to do is hit another truck or another trailer or cause any kind of damage. And you can get a spotter to help you, but if you don't trust that spotter, Janet did the one time. They wound up tearing the trailer door off, and they laughed so hard. So.
Yeah, these guys kept saying, come on back, come on back, come on back. I went on back, and next thing you hear was boom.
Boom.
And they're like, ah!
Yeah, but always take back and slow and careful, and however long it takes to get that trailer safely in the hole, that's how long it takes. If somebody's giving you a hard time because it's taking so long, not too bad. They had to learn sometime too. At least just don't hit anything. Never hit nothing. Always get out and look. Do a complete walk around. And that's my advice on backing.
Tell them what the very first rule of backing is.
Try not to back. Look for a pull through.
That's right.
Yeah. Try to avoid backing at all costs. Not at all costs, but you know, if there's a pull through spot in a truck stop, pull in it. You know, and try to get yourself lined up with the door before you start coming back onto it the best you can, where you can see both sides. You want to see this side and that side all at the same time. So try to get it right up on it. Don't get in there all sideways and cockeyed, blindside, and all that just leads to trouble.
Right. And I also know, like, parallel parking, don't do that if you don't have to. I know in school, especially at Swift, they teach you how to parallel park, and you got to do that to get your license. But that is just one of the last things. Like, if there's no more parking spaces in the entire state of the United States, you got to parallel park somewhere, then you do it. But just try not to do it. Stay away from that. Here's one more before we drop you off here. Let's go to Mama, because I know Mama, she cook in the truck a lot. This probably one. I know I talk to you a lot about the type of equipment and stuff that you have in your truck that you use to cook. A lot of company drivers can't have it. But what are some tips you think, you know, to make a good healthy meal in your truck, you know, without going out into the buffets a lot? And if you haven't seen any of her videos of her cooking, you can just go to Keystrucking on YouTube. You know how you put youtube.com/Keystrucking. You can check out some of her videos on cooking, which really got me attracted to them. So, because I like to eat. All right, so what do you want to tell them about how to make a good fresh meal?
Well, the one thing that a new driver can buy that just about everybody can afford, and you can cook just about anything in it, and you don't need an inverter, is that lunchbox.
Lunchbox, awesome.
You can line it with foil, or you can get the little foil pans. You can make biscuits in it. You can make cornbread in it. You can heat up a can of soup. You can cook a hamburger in it. There are a lot of meals that you can cook on one of those things. You can make a grilled cheese sandwich in it. You have to be creative, but there's a lot of things that you can do with just that one little appliance to get you started. And it's not just a matter of saving money. You do save a lot of money by cooking your own stuff. It's also a matter of your health.
Right.
You know what you're putting in your body. You also get to choose and eat what you like, rather than have to go pick something off a menu that may or may not be what you like. So it saves you time, it saves you money, and it might save you a little bit of extra pounds too.
Right.
Yeah. One more thing, new driver. Out there eating, buy a cooler. Styrofoam cooler with some ice. It's going to cost you $1 a day for $1 whatever for a bag of ice. Do it every day. Stop at the Walmart, the grocery stores. Don't eat the truck stop food, please.
But that's a good one,
Yeah.
because I know when I first started, that's all I did was eat the truck stop food, and I didn't feel like driving anymore after that.
Yeah.
Guys, you heard it right here. This is BigCatTrucker. We got Keystrucker right here in South Texas today. We took them out for a good time, showed them some Texas love. But just like any trucker, you know, we got to keep rolling. So,
That's right.
So they got to go. So I just want to make sure you guys, I know we probably didn't get to all the questions. If you have any more questions, you can either go to my page, leave them. I'll try to answer them. Or you can go to Keystrucker's page. Just put youtube.com/Keystrucker. The same for mine, BigCatTrucker. So we appreciate you guys checking out the video. You got anything else you want to say, Jim?
No, that's about it. That's about it. We do have a webpage, www.thekeystruckers.com, and we've got an advice for rookies page on there. If you want to run over there, read what we got. If you got any questions, leave one. We'll be happy to answer them for you.
So you heard it right here. This is real TV right here. Hey, God bless you guys. We'll see you later.